What do you think of that, Levi? More rocks? Yeah, it is more rocks. Big rocks. So we have hit the ground running with preparing to move out of this house. We kind of had a different timeline in mind when we first started making plans. We were thinking we'd slowly get the house ready to put on the market, then finding a place, like a rental place to move into and get the house empty, and then do the last few things that we needed to do in an empty house, list the house maybe late March, early April. But since we identified a property early that we really want, we're like just moving as fast as we can to get the house ready to sell. So what we're doing right now is just packing up everything, just about everything except what we need to maybe camp in the house. And we got a storage unit, and we're going to start taking stuff over to the storage unit. It's really close to our house, so we'll just be able to buzz back and forth and take lots of trips. And then the house will be empty, so we can get all the last stuff done just as quickly as possible. Like if we could get our house on the market this week, we would want to do that so that we could, you know, bring the best offer to the sellers of the property that we want. So anyways, I have been working all morning on emptying out the attic. The last couple of months, I knew we were preparing to move, so I have worked a lot on organizing up in the attic and purging tons and tons of stuff. And I did a lot already to just get stuff boxed up. And so I didn't have to do a lot of that now. It's more just bringing things down the stairs and piling them. There are some things that still need to be consolidated, like boxes that aren't completely full and all that. So I'm working on just consolidating that real quick. And then my husband is getting the storage unit keys today. I think he's out doing that right now, actually. And so as soon as he gets those keys back, we're going to start just taking loads over. So it's all really up in the air, like how long we'll be camping in the house. It's just, things are really just dependent on other things falling into place. But we're just taking the steps that we can take right now to get the house on the market as soon as possible. Here in Portland, the housing market is crazy right now, so we expect that if we do put it on the market, it'll take like a weekend to sell. Other houses that we know of that have sold, you know, recently, they get multiple offers way above the asking price. And our house, I think, is a really desirable location, and it's in great shape. And so I think we're going to be able to sell it really fast, and we're really hoping to get a solid chunk of change. That is one of the reasons that we're going to be able to actually do this and afford to move to, you know, more of a homestead type property, because our house that we're in now, we bought 13 years ago. It's the longest I've ever lived in any house my entire life. And it has nearly doubled in value since we bought it 13 years ago. Obviously, we've put a lot of money into it, and we have done a lot of upgrades, like all the plumbing, all the electrical, added a shed in the back. Like there's all kinds of things that we've done for it and put money into it, but then we also lived here for 13 years. So totally a huge blessing to have this house. And I feel like this house is allowing us to actually pursue, you know, our dream of getting out into the country and having more space and having some land. So totally thankful to this house for everything it's done for us, from, you know, being the house where I brought 4 of my babies home to doubling in value so that we can afford, you know, a new property. Here's a peek at the nearly empty attic. You can see I still have 3 Instant Pots up here and this oven. The oven downstairs in the kitchen is still broken, like I told you guys the other week, and I've been using this one if I ever need to bake anything. So I'm not moving that quite yet. The Instant Pots, I'm trying to figure out how to store them well. They don't, you know, fit in boxes very efficiently, and I'm just trying to decide what I want to do with that. I had in my mind, when I thought things were going to be taking a little bit longer, to go online and order some like Instant Pot carrying cases. And I thought I could do a whole video showing all the different carrying cases, and then I'd use those for storage. But things are moving so much faster that I may still order some, but they won't come very soon. But I'll probably actually still order some today, and if I get them on Amazon, they'll come in a couple of days. So definitely I'll try to show you that if I end up getting those, but those are still sitting there because I don't want to deal with them downstairs yet. That pile right there is just all empty boxes that I've consolidated. And then I have a whole stack of priority mail boxes I need to take back to the post office. But besides that, toilet paper and paper towels. That is the attic. I pulled out my wedding dress for the first time in, 13 years. Looks like something, it got wet or something. It looks rusty. I don't know. Anyways, that's my wedding dress. The girls had never seen it before, so it's pretty exciting to show them. What did you guys think?
It's really pretty, except for that one brown spot.
Except for the brown spot. Obviously, it didn't have that brown spot when I wore it to get married.
That
would be crazy.
I really like it. I hope there's a smaller version.
A smaller version for you to wear?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, you're stepping on it. Oh, my goodness. We'll give you a couple more years to grow into it.
At the storage unit, I have my car fully packed. I don't think I've ever had this much stuff in my car, and I'm going to get the first load into the storage unit. One load down, and we'll see how many more to go. It's about 8 p.m. now, and we have been working nonstop all day, making tons and tons of progress, although the house looks like a bomb exploded. But we grabbed some quick dinner, special treat for everybody because everyone has been working so incredibly hard. Poe's hungry too. Poor Poe. He's been working so hard today. You like that chocolate milk, Levi? So good? And you got chips too? This is your lucky day. You're gonna eat more? Okay. It's crazy to think that those countertops that are getting ripped out have been seen millions and millions of times. Day number 2 of house prep insanity is in full swing. It's, I think, about 1 p.m. now. Just brought another load to the storage unit, which is starting to get filled up, but I am encouraged that we still have some room. We have a couple more big things, the dining room table and one big dresser to get in here, but we're getting really close. It's kind of surreal to see all of your worldly possessions in one small space. It's pretty crazy. But you saw that Jeff got the other side of the counter in, the sink in, and he's going to be hooking up the faucet and the plumbing this afternoon. So that sink will be ready. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And besides that, I've just been working on putting together like a pack of clothes for all the kids, for each of the kids while we're in transition, so that they have everything they need for the next month or two, or however long it ends up being, and then getting everything else that's not in that essentials pack boxed up and brought over here. So that is all I'm doing. And once we get everything cleared out, besides our bare minimum that we need, then I'll really start on the cleaning. Here's what the storage unit is looking like now. My husband was an absolute wizard getting 2 couches on top of the bunk beds. He's pretty amazing. But that's what it's looking like. But there's still a lot of floor space, and there's still room like there on the bed, under the bed. We still can sneak some stuff in here. I haven't filmed the last few days just because we've been so busy and just putting our heads down and getting the work done. So we're on day 6 of really making it our full-time job to get the house emptied, and we are super close. You can see the storage unit behind me here. It's getting pretty full. We still have one dresser that needs to fit, but we'll be able to do it. We can make it fit. And then besides that, there's just tiny odds and ends. I was editing the first part of this video this morning and realized I didn't show you the full kitchen counters yet because the sink is in. It's super nice. So I'll show you that when I get home. My husband is working on the wall. He's going to put a backsplash behind that's just the same color. It's like a thinner piece that's just like the countertop on the for the black backsplash, and then, you know, fix the rest of the wall. It needed to be smoothed out and then it'll be painted. So I'll show you that, and we're making progress. We're just killing ourselves trying to get it done.
Usually on my jobs this gets done before the faucet's in the way.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Just barely bumping it out by like 1 millimeter.
Uh-oh. You dancing?
Persuaded.
I'm at Sherwin-Williams and I just picked up our paint, all of our indoor paint. Pretty exciting. So since I have a quiet moment here in the Sherwin-Williams parking lot, I figured I should give you an update before I close this video out on the property that I showed you in the last video. So last I told you, so the start of this video was about a week ago. So this video spans an entire week of insanity. And so when I first started the video, I told you that we were going to get our house on the market before putting an offer in on the property. We thought that would be the best way to get like a more attractive offer. It's always better if your house is actually on the market, if you're having the offer be contingent on the sale of your house. And our realtor is a very wise man, and we're following his direction every step of the way. So since there were no other offers coming or on the table, we decided we were just going to put our heads down, get our house on the market as fast as possible, and then put a offer. But our realtor was staying in contact with their realtor, just, you know, in case another offer did come in. And so we worked for 3 or 4 days really hard, and then we got a call from our realtor saying that 2 other offers were expected by the end of the next day. And so our hearts kind of sank because we knew that our offer was not going to be super attractive because of that contingency. So we, of course, asked the realtor, like, is it a waste of time for us to put in an offer? Is it even worth it? And he said, absolutely, it's worth it. You should go ahead and put in an offer, and we're going to do it. So we scrambled and got everything together to get an offer in as quickly as possible because we knew these other 2 offers were coming in. We put it in, that was 2 days ago, night before last. And our hearts really sank because we were like, you know, there's really a very small chance that we're actually going to get this. So we were all kind of disappointed that evening, but we did put in our offer. The next day, about 24 hours after we put the offer in, we got a call saying that they accepted our offer. And we were in absolute shock. All of us, we were just like, we had lost hope. And all of a sudden our, you know, dreams were realized again. And obviously, you know, nothing is done until you get the keys. But we feel like we just went over a huge hurdle that we did not expect to be able to get over. And there are lots of hurdles ahead of us that we have to jump, but we are just celebrating the fact that we got over this one. So of course, with that contingency of our house selling, in order to get this new property, we have to work double time getting our house on the market. So we basically have 2 weeks and it has to be market ready. And we want it to be, you know, super high quality, so that we can get a really good price for it. Cause I mean, we need the money to be able to buy the other property. So we are working double time. My husband is, calling in favors from all his friends. He's been in construction for a lot of years now, and he has a lot of amazing contacts and friends that are professional landscapers, other contractors, just people that are very skilled in all this kind of stuff. And if you know my husband, you know that he is 100% about helping people. His favorite work is the work that he does for free for people that are in need. Whatever he can do to help others, he is all about that. That's one thing I absolutely love about him. That's one thing that I noticed about him first. I'll tell you, our first date was going downtown Portland and giving out sandwiches to homeless people. Like, that's what he took me on our very first date. That being said, he has helped a lot of people over the years, and a lot of people are just thrilled to be able to come and help us now, which is so incredible. Like, I'm gonna cry thinking about it. We have people scheduled almost every day this week to come and help. So anyways, that is the update. I will continue to keep you updated, and I want to thank you all who have encouraged us. When I put out the other video, I got so much encouragement, so many prayers, so many kind thoughts, and I just appreciate that so much. And I love that I can bring you guys along on this crazy journey with us. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video here, and I will be back again, I'm sure, with more updates as things unfold. Hope you guys are doing great. I'll talk to you again real soon. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're eating snow? Look at that snowman. I can't even believe it. It's amazing. Yeah, he's eating the snow.